The old morgue of the city government hospital. Outside, heavy rain was pouring, and the sound of thunder was the only thing breaking the dead silence. It was Ethan's first night on duty. He was a bit nervous because the morgue lights were dim and the air was filled with the sharp, stinging smell of formalin. The old watchman, Christopher, was ready to leave. He picked up his blanket, stopped at the door, and looked at Ethan with a strange seriousness in his eyes. "Sahab Ji," Christopher said in a heavy voice. "Before I go, listen to 3 things. These are not rules, they are ways to survive." Ethan asked jokingly, "Why, Christopher? Do the dead get up and walk here?" Christopher ignored the laugh, stepped closer, and whispered, "Tonight, a total of 5 bodies arrived. Count them every hour. The count must be 5, not 4, not 6. If you hear a scratching sound from any freezer drawer, do not open it. Just say loudly, 'It is not time yet.' The most important thing, if you see a girl crying in the corridor, do not help her. She is not alive." Ethan nodded, but internally he thought the old man was crazy. Christopher left, and the door locked from the outside. Ethan was now alone with those 5 corpses. Ethan was sitting in his chair using his mobile when he suddenly remembered rule number 1. The count must be 5. To pass the time, he got up and walked towards the freezers. He started counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everything was fine. Ethan went back and sat down. But 15 minutes later, a sound pierced the silence, like someone scratching fingernails against steel. Ethan's heart pounded. The sound was coming from drawer number 3. Ethan walked towards the door. He thought maybe a rat was trapped inside. He was about to grab the handle when he remembered rule number 2. Do not open. Say it is not time. Ethan gathered his courage and stammered,
"It is not time yet!"
The sound stopped instantly. Complete silence. Ethan was drenched in sweat and ran back to his seat. The rain had become even heavier. Ethan felt he should count again. He was terrified, but it was his duty. He went back into the hall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He turned to leave, then stopped. He counted again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ethan's breath stopped. There were 6 bodies. A new body lay on the stretcher in the far corner. It had no sheet covering it. It was the corpse of a man. His clothes were wet and covered in mud. Ethan's hands and feet went cold. The hospital is locked. How could anyone get inside? He thought about calling the police. He ran towards the door, but in the corridor, the light flickered. And standing in the middle of the corridor was a girl. She had her head buried in her knees, crying. Rule number 3, do not help her. Ethan realized this was the thing Christopher had warned him about. He froze in place. The girl slowly began to lift her head. Ethan saw that she had no eyes, only darkness. Ethan screamed and ran back inside the morgue hall, locking the door from the inside. Now Ethan was trapped in the same hall with with the 6 bodies. He sat down against the door and started crying. Oh God, let it be morning. Just let it be morning. Just then, that 6th body, the one lying in the corner, began to move. Slowly, the corpse sat up. Ethan's scream got stuck in his throat. The corpse got off the stretcher and started walking towards Ethan. The man who was dead was now walking. Ethan closed his eyes tight.
This is a dream. This is a day.
The corpse stopped right in front of Ethan. It placed its cold, ice-like hand on Ethan's shoulder. Ethan gathered the courage and looked at the corpse's face. Seeing the face, Ethan's mind went numb. The face belonged to no one else but Christopher, the old watchman. The corpse looked at Ethan with his dry, dead eyes and spoke with a terrifying smile.
Son, you counted wrong.
The hospital doors opened. The new staff and doctors entered. They noticed the morgue was deadly silent. The doctor checked the register. 5 bodies arrived last night. The staff went inside to check. The bodies were lying on the stretchers. The doctor started counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everything was correct. But then the doctor's eyes fell on the corner. A body was lying on the floor, its face blue from terror and eyes wide open. It was Ethan's body. The doctor asked the nurse.
Who is this?
The nurse replied,
Sir, this was the new boy.
The doctor shook his head and said, Poor guy, probably had a heart attack. Enter him into the register too. The doctor started to leave, then stopped and said to the nurse,
Why was Mr. Christopher absent today?
The nurse looked at the doctor in shock.
Mr. Christopher died 2 days ago.